Hello everyone. Tonight the weather is really angry. So we have very strong winds out over the northeast of England. Let's just have a look now at the wind. Even at low levels it's very strong. There have been several flight diversions with aircraft struggling to land at Edinburgh Airport. So I saw there's very strong tailwinds coming down from the north. So what we're going to do, we're going to get in the Cessna 172 and we're going to climb up to around 5,000 feet where they're expecting a tailwind of up to 100 knots. So we should be able to get ground speed of 200 knots plus in this Cessna 172. So let's see if it's possible, let's see if it's flyable, let's see what the turbulence is like. Yeah, so let's get going with this. So Cessna 172 Skyhawk with the Garmin 1000. Now we'll put in some weights. We're going to put the passengers in the back because they'll probably be sick. So I don't want them being sick all over the Garmin 1000, do we? So we'll put them in the back. And of course we've got water and emergency blankets on board. Fuel, we're not doing that many hours. We'll take 40%, which gives us a total weight on the ramp of 1,055 kilos. That puts us 105 below our maximum takeoff weight, so well within margins. Also the CFG is rearward, but even with no fuel it is acceptable. So 45% fuel, all loaded up. Let's just get rid of our call sign because we're not airline tonight. It's Golf Bravo Romeo India Tango. We're not heavy. Show tail number, wear and tear, we've got a little bit of wear and tear. Okay, that's done. Edinburgh EDI. We're going to start cold and dark. Are we? Right, so what's the weather doing? Usually before it shows you the weather. Oh yeah, 22 knots that's saying, but once we get airborne it's going to go absolutely crazy. Right, so we will start off cold and dark, make it realistic. So right, why it jumped off somewhere else. Right, we're going to be a GA small, so where are we going to be parked? That doesn't look like GA small to me. It's a dumb place to put me. Shouldn't I be somewhere up here? I should be here, I think. That looks better to me. What's that? Yeah, that's it. Cessna 172. So we're going to Liverpool. So we have to decide what we'll do. We'll have to set IFR because we're not going to be visual. And we'll just do GPS to GPS, I think. Liverpool. Here we go, look, there's a little flying club or flying school there. Set arrival as destination. I don't know what that is, dock GA. Okay, we'll have that. And it's going to be low altitude. Low altitude airways. So that's saying it's like 200, just under 200 miles an hour and 36, but we're going to be much quicker than that. The tailwinds, much quicker than that. Right, so I don't want to do a SID or anything like that. No messing around, unless we can get one that takes us where we want to go. So SIDs are often quite long-winded. They're for jets mostly. And then something like this. Obviously, when we're facing south, we're going to have one hell of a speed, but when we're heading northwards, we're just going to be really slow. So we don't want to be messing around. for too long. Even that looks all right, but trust me, it's taken us quite a long way. Yeah, we'll have to stay at low level to begin with on that, you know. Right, what's the arrivals like? Arrivals. See, these are all perfect for jets, but in the little Cessna, it's all good when you're facing with the wind on your back, but as soon as you turn into wind, you're almost not moving. So we're just going to do a direct, and the wind, of course, will take us to the west-facing runway. So, yeah, we said 5,000. We can always request more, but that keeps us clear of terrain, and that's the forecast level for really strong wind. And of course, we need to be live. And that's it. We're just going to save this. So what we'll do, when we're facing up towards the northeast on departure initially, we're going to just stay at a very low level, use the ground friction to try and keep the speed of that headwind down, and then once we take up our turn, we can then start to climb up more aggressively towards 5,000 feet. So we'll keep our speed up in the climb, probably 95 knots or something like that. That was like a cruise climb with a shallow climb gradient. So here we go. Very first step is to get the battery on. And my lights have gone out. Great. Well, at least we know where the floodlights is. So, and the other. And we don't even want a push battery, but we'll probably go for that. Now, one thing I have to check is the assistance options. They have a habit of changing themselves very annoyingly. Okay, they look alright. Right, so ATC. I know, we want to get the engine started really. Ground services, what have they got? No, there's nothing there, so... Right, let's just hope the battery doesn't die.
Edinburgh clearance delivery Cessna Golf. Bravo Romeo India Tango IFR to Liverpool ready to copy.
Cessna Golf. Bravo Romeo India Tango is cleared to Liverpool Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 06 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.875 squawk 1076.
Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango cleared to Liverpool Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 06 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Departure on 119.875 squawk 1076.
Cessna Romeo India Tango readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.755 when ready to taxi. Good day. Edinburgh Airport information, Quebec 2300 Zulu. Wind 011 at 20. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, a few clouds at 4,800 feet, a few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature, 20. Duplicate 10. QNH 29.902. ILS runway 06 in use. Landing and departing runway 06. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Quebec. Edinburgh Airport information, Quebec 2 trees.
Well, I'm really sorry, but that is not the weather. That garbage is not the weather. So live weather isn't working. The very fact the QNH is 29902, which is standard, that's absolute garbage. Look, the QNH is 9905 hectopascals and the wind is 010 at 12. So I don't know what this stupid live weather's doing right now, but that's not it. I don't even know if this is worth doing. Let's try again.
Edinburgh Airport information, Quebec 2300 Zulu. Wind 011 at 20. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, a few clouds at 4,800 feet, a few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature, 20. Duplicate, 10. QNH 29.902. ILS runway 06 in use.
Oh, that is bullshit. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the main menu and reload this garbage, because that is not the real weather. I don't know what's going on. Stupid. Just bear with us. Bear with us, please. Thank you. Oh, you know what? We're not even going to do that, Sid. We're just going to get straight to it, because we don't even know what's happening with this stupid weather. So I don't know, what can we do? Either that has reset itself. I didn't tell that to go to that. So I saved the flight load information and it just does what it wants regardless. I'll tell you what, we'll go with 40% fuel. No, even, yeah, that'll do. No, we don't even need that because it's a short flight. Let's have 38%. Okay, that's all fine now, and I hope we get the proper weather now. Let's try again. I'm not liking that 5-knot wind. What the hell is going on? That's not live weather to me. Nonsense. Let's see what's going on here.
Edinburgh Airport Information, Quebec, 23000 Zulu. Wind 01 wind at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, few clouds at 4,800 feet, few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature, 20.
Oh,
2.10.
you must be kidding me with that stupid temperature.
9 or 2. ILS runway, 0.
20 degrees up in Edinburgh tonight. Absolute nonsense. It's more like 3 degrees. So what's going on? The one day I needed live weather to work, it's just messing about. So stupid. You know what, let's just get this thing started up and take off regardless. And see what it's like. But that's not looking good. 20 degrees OAT. That's not looking good at all. Garbage live weather, eh? Utter nonsense. Claptrap. So what can I do? I can turn live weather off. And maybe I can look back a little bit and see what winds they've got, because this is nonsense. Does that change anything? What's this? No.
Information, Quebec, 22000 Zulu. Wind 01 wind at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, few clouds at 4.
What if we go somewhere else? It's absolute nonsense. Showing that there's wind. I'm not happy here in 20 degrees in Edinburgh. That is just so stupid. So stupid. Yeah, that's looking better. So that's changed it. Oh, you never know. Suppose it's the parking spot that's messed. Oh, this is so stupid. Suppose it's the parking spot that's messed this all up. let's try it again. Oh, come on, please, because this is so stupid. I want tonight's real weather. I don't want this garbage 10, 13 QNH hectopascal clear skies nonsense, because that's not what's going on. There's some serious winds out there. There's rain. There's possibly snow even in London in the next few hours. So can I please have the real world weather? Thank you very much. The live real world weather. Don't you dare give me that stupid wind that you just gave me now. That dumb temperature of 20 degrees. Please not. Otherwise, that's it. I'm done with this.
Edinburgh Airport Information, Quebec, 23000 Zulu. Wind 011 at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet. Few clouds at 4,800 feet. Few clouds at 13,800 feet.
Oh, you stupid idiot. You know what, let's just take off.
Traffic Cessna Golf. Bravo Romeo India Tango taking off runway 6 east departure.
Alright, let's just get airborne and all we can see. Look, stupid temperature. I want to see what the wind's doing because, yeah, this weather is definitely broken. We had a lot of updates with racing planes and other stuff, unnecessary stuff in my opinion. I'd quite like to see the weather, which is a very important part of flying, fixed please, because it's stupid to have a lot of racing things in here in this game and to have fake weather. I'm expecting to fly with bad weather tonight and all I'm getting is 20 degrees and 1013 hectopascals, so this is not very impressive. So we're taking off and we're going to see what happens up there. Okay, 5,000 feet. Twist that. 5,000. Flight directors. Flight director heading. Where is it? VS. VS. Let's just get our mixture set for takeoff. $16.90, so we go re-enrich, 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 in more, adding, and we're looking for a drop of 10 RPM, just so that we're a bit rich of stoichiometric. There we go. So it's 84% in rich, so we don't want it completely because then that's just a waste of fuel. So here we are, we're now ready for departure. The autopilot is set, heading mode VS and waiting to be armed. Landing lights are on, all lights are on, and pitot heats, we're ready to go. Let's go. Oh, it's a completely blank runway here. What's going on? Oh, there's no lights. Oh, so it's looking up. We're just going to have to take off and hope for the best then. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll hold the brakes in and set full power. Release brakes. Straight rudders. Look for a reference point in the distance. Keep straight with. Yeah, I've got a little white light with a red thing on it. Alright, we want to get up now. Oh gosh. Autopilot's armed and we are climbing away nicely at 300 feet per minute. And let's just get that speed up and zoom climbing here. Reduce the power now to 95%. Start our turn. So at safe altitude, the real world weather should be very windy right now. We should be bouncing all over the place, and the ground speed, we should, as we're turning to roughly 210 to Liverpool. Or we could just set the GPS to nav. There you go, nav. And just check it is on the right mode. GPS heading, there you go. Just check the OBS and the CDI bar. OBS. Temperature is dumb. It's not the real temperature. 20 degrees. It's more like 2 degrees. So anyway, let's get up towards 5,000 then. Set FLC. FLC mode. And we'll go nose up until about 72 knots. 75 knots seems to 75 knots seems to be BY, so that's the speed we want. That's the rate of climb. start easing off on our mixture as well. So we got speed is set to 550 RPM. Right. Other way, sorry. $60. And it runs rough, so back in 560. Let it digest the fuel for a bit more. 2550, there we go. So back out 64% to 550. We've successfully leaned the mixture to be slightly rich of stoichiometric, so it's a little bit of extra fuel going in just to keep the engine cooled. Obviously if it was real world weather with a temperature of about, well, now we're about 3,000 feet, which is half a mile, 800 meters, we'd now be at -6. So with that kind of air coming from under the hood, we wouldn't need to think about enriching it too much. It's not a hot day. Maybe if you're in California in the summer and you were climbing at VX, you know, not much cooling under the hood, but up here in northeast Scotland on what should be a 3 degree at ground level temperature day, you should have had adequate cooling. So anyway, what's going on with our ground speed? So our TAS is 85. What's our ground speed? Oh look, it's 83. How stupid. So live weather is officially broken. Here it is switched on, and yet we've got no wind at all whatsoever, and here we are at 13 degrees at almost 4,000 feet in northwest Scotland. So what we'll do something fun. There's an island down there. We're going to simulate an engine failure. So we want 65 knots, turning off the autopilot, trim for 65. Okay, so we're out of luck tonight. Can we make it over to there? I don't know. Maybe we just go to the island. So we're only half a mile in the air, so at best we're going to do about 5 miles. We're not going to make it to land over there, so we're going to have to go for this island. So when you trim the plane out, you don't have to keep staring at the speed constantly, because it should sit roughly at 65. 1 or 2 knots does not matter too much. So I just hope that this island has got a flat place that we can try and land, otherwise we're best off just trying to put it in the water, I think. Is there any lighting out there at all? Oh my word, so we're going to be in the drink. I looked down and I thought I could see lights, but there's nothing. It should be out to our left. And of course, given the weather today, this is a fuel injected engine, but had you have had a carbureted engine, the risk of ice would be quite high, carb icing, so you'd need the carb heat to be on. Of course, if you have really lost the engine, then there won't be any much in the way of heating going on if the engine really has quit. There will probably be some residual heat actually in the exhaust, but that will probably, once the engine stops burning fuel, that will fizzle out pretty quick. So we'll just put it in the drink. We're trying to stay close to land, but yeah, if you're putting it in the drink, at least be like in wading depth water near a beach or something, just in case it does tip over, that you're not going to go 50 meters underwater or anything like that. Obviously this would be terrifying at night. At night with unknown terrain and you're just heading towards terra firma. You know, look at the altitude, that's your clock. And once the clock reaches 0, you're out. So island is completely unlit. Can't see anything out there. So when you trim the aircraft properly, it will just fly at that speed. It will hold that speed that you've trimmed it at. Even if you're playing with the stick, you come back on the elevator, aileron, when you leave it in the neutral position, it should just hold, see, look, 64 knots. I see lights. There's the island. Get a bit of flaps out. Well, we're in the drink, but at least we were close to land, so not too bad. We weren't going that quickly, were we? So that's it. We tried to load this weather. Let's just go back and see if we get the weather again one last time. It's a world map. Back to Edinburgh. So live weather's definitely on. I don't know whether this bar here is meant to be blue. If it's working, I really don't know. So let's just give it another go, eh?
2300 Zulu. Wind 011 at 20. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, a few clouds at 4,800 feet, a few clouds at 13,800 feet. Temperature,
Look at the QNH. Look at the temperature. That is idiotic. Stupid. That is not the temperature.
Tower Cessna Golf, Bravo Romeo India Tango, at runway 05 ready for departure, departing straight out.
Yeah, 20 degrees, clear sky. Nothing like it is in real life. Very disappointed. So what I can say is I'm very sorry for wasting your time. But I didn't know that this weather would not be working at all. So that's it. The weather is why we come to do this flight, and if the weather isn't here, then that's it. No point. I just check the options and just see if there is anything that we can do here to yeah, look, live weather is definitely on. So that's it. That's it. We're going. Thank you for watching. And yeah, we're going to go to do some War Thunder now and some Formula 1. Get Flight Simulator.